Hey, what's up, everybody? BDF 44 coming at you with another video. Man, I was able to pay that off. I think it was like literally noon when I walked over there, and the time that it had to be paid is at noon. Not that they're sticklers for that here, but it just speaks to the timing of the Holy Spirit. You know what I mean? And all that walking I was doing, unnecessary walking, that took me well past where the ATM was, and the walk back, the shopping, checking everything out, walking here, got me back here at the exact time I needed to be there to pay her. I think it's like 12:02 right now or something like that. This is how it goes, man. When you're speaking of the Holy Spirit and you're walking with the light of the Lord, you're gonna be on timing. Your timing is gonna be impeccable, and so that's what I've come to understand. A lot of things were off schedule with that. A lot of things could have made it so that I was 15 minutes late, or even 15 minutes early for that matter, but none of that aligned like when I walked up to her window with the exact amount I needed. The exact amount. And that's what makes it so cold, is because it really looked like I was going to be struggling with that earlier in the week. If you would have asked me on Wednesday where the money was coming from, I would have told you I'd probably just have to ask my uncle. I don't know where I'm getting the rest of it. But the Lord worked so much of that out to where when I tell you that I'm aligning with His faith, my faith is aligned with Him, and I want you guys to see it. These are the type of things in timing that I want y'all to understand. It's just uncanny how He works in my life, and I think it's not only because He cares about me, but because He knows I'm talking about Him to others, and He wants me to help others with their faith by way of the things that are going on in my life. And as I was saying earlier, that's why I think I go through certain struggles. It's for the example of the content. It's not that for really much of any other reason in a lot of cases. It's just because He wants me to be that perfect example for what happens when certain things take place, and how I am able to articulate those things to you guys in a way that I know others may not. That's what I think the gift is. But I'm just happy that He's trusted me with these struggles and this responsibility without breaking me, without making me go toward things that I have no business going toward. When I first got over here, if I would have gotten GR right away, the first thing I probably would have did was spend about $40 on weed and $20 on food. Even though with these circumstances, excuse me, being as they are, it took going through all of this to get where I'm at. And the level of growth that I've taken on since September 1st is unreal. In just about every aspect I can think of in my life, it's unreal how much growth I've taken on, especially as it pertains to having faith and applying it in new areas. Excuse me. So I hope I can find a place this week, now that I have everything in order to make the moves. It just has to be made. I would rather not have to do another contract here, but even if I do, I trust Him. I trust God will make it all work out. And, I think it's important to say that in growing, I had to bump my head some. I had some times in this situation where I felt like quitting completely, all documented. I had times in my life when I wasn't doing well applying God to parts of my life that I needed to apply Him to. And He taught me how to. I had times in this situation where I didn't understand as strongly as I do now what type of spiritual warfare we're in. And just how important it is for me to be pure in this circumstance. Pure as to say, away from certain things that bring me toward not having faith or being at odds with my Maker. It's not just about Him not wanting me to have fun. It's about me not being used by the enemy to hurt others or hurt myself or coerce me into being further away from God, which hurts Him. And I just think that now that we're in this space where I have this faith, I'm just very thankful and, dare I say, eager for things to get better, significantly better based on what it is I know now. But I don't even know if that's what faith is really about. It's not about things getting better. It's about you handling them better. Even if things get significantly worse, I should know how best to navigate through what it is the Lord wants me to. And some of the things that are meant to hurt me or harm me or make me sad were only actually meant to make me rely upon God even more. Rely is to say, I can turn to you, Lord, for these solutions. And so that's what it's really about. I want things to get better as I define them to get better. But as I always tell y'all, I don't know what comes with what. But I know if I turn to God, I'm on time. And so that's what I wanted to say in this video. I'm looking forward to happiness coming whether I get what I want or not. Whether people come back around who've left my life, who I want back in it. You know what I'm talking about if you've been following. Or if she decides to follow as the dream told me and be in another person's life instead. Never come back to my life, even if she has somebody else, ain't got to be nobody else. Whatever the case may be, I just want things to go the way I want them to go. But that's not on me. That's on the Lord. And like I said before, I don't know what comes with what. For all I know, I get what I want and then it gets worse. Or I make things worse. Or it goes even into a place that makes me even more sad. You just don't know what comes with what. So we just got to be careful what we wish for and to know not to wish, but to pray more so. Let God in. Let him tell you what is best for you and then trust him when he does. I thank him for being patient with me in that regard. He's been very patient with me in that particular regard. And I didn't really trust him, but he still let me down easy in a lot of cases as to where a lot of others I've seen people go down hard in circumstances where they go after something that ain't meant for them or put their heart into something that don't go well or something like that. They get let down hard. God has been letting me down easy in circumstances that don't have to necessarily teeter that way. So I'm thankful for that. He has made it so that this has been a manageable life, even though things have been significantly awry in certain cases, including right here and now, me being in this hotel room. Haven't been without a shower. Haven't been without the ability to pay for this place. Not 1 week have I been one dime short. No matter how many different times it looked like I was about to be, my family always came through. I haven't missed any of my video, my Lakers stuff. I've been able to keep up with all but one video. When the Lakers played the Warriors randomly in the preseason game, I didn't get a chance to do my video. That's the only time thus far I haven't been able to do it. Cell phone stayed on somehow, even when it wasn't paid, it'd still be on all the time. Friend went in and out of my life, and my spirit and mood would teeter back and forth, but I would still be able to manage all of this without falling apart. Kept up with my workouts even though I didn't have my weights. Even able to get the things that I needed for my allergic skin and body. You know what I mean? Soap and stuff like that. I've been able to get all of it. So many different things that worked out that don't have to work out when you're in my position at all, man. 9 out of 10 people I don't believe will be as fortunate in these circumstances I've found myself being in so many different areas. The favor in my life is unreal, man. And so that gives me the faith to understand that much is given, much is expected. And so I want to keep myself on the right track because of so many different ways I've been favored. And so that's also something I wanted to say I'm very thankful for. Now that I have my GR, how it was when I didn't have my GR, how hard it's been. And now to be on this side where it's in place. It's just been amazing grace on top of the different attacks that the spirit of the enemy has been trying to place upon me. And it's been a lot. A whole lot. He was trying to wear me down, frustrate me, send me into spaces where I didn't want to be, send me into mindsets that were no good for me. So many where I was able to either avoid it or fell into it but didn't stay there because of my meditative mindset and prayer. Times when I wasn't feeling good but still was able to get the rest that I needed. Didn't have sleepless nights despite being in the situation too often. Bad dreams that came my way that I was ultimately able to have good days after having. Things that I was really, really, really worried about. They went as well as the Spirit told me they would go. That I could relax each and every time, that things were going to be fine. Every time he told me they were. When things were going to be tough, he told me to be strong, and I was able to duke it out. And that relationship with God has gotten me through all of this. And he never made things go as bad as it could have went. Never. It's always either or, and it ended up going the right way for me. It's his favor, man. I don't know what to say other than I appreciate it. And I look forward to being worthy of it going forward. And he's told me things that hasn't yet to come to pass. This is another thing. In this presence of all of that, there's still some things that he said he's going to do, that he's yet to do, that I have to believe he's going to do. But in circumstances like what I'm in right now, it looks like it's not going to happen that way. And that's the God's honest truth. I got to still apply faith now so that certain things that he's promised, I can be in a ready position to receive. And that's hard when things are pointing in the opposite direction, but it was the whole time, which is what I'm expressing to you and to myself as I watch this back later. He's not a liar, man. If he tells you he's going to do something, he's going to do that. If he tells you it's a certain way, it's going to be that. Now you think about that when you're going through what you're going through. If you meditated and he told you something, just because it has not happened doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It just means that it has not happened yet. And the fact that you may see favor in your life in other areas is meant for you to apply that faith in this one here. So honor that. Honor that as you move forward, knowing that reflecting upon your blessings is a good way to reestablish your faith. Don't let yourself let blessings happen and then forget about it. And then when something new comes that you have to apply faith to, you didn't forget he did anything good for you. It's why we are reminded to be grateful for the God that exists rather than for what comes our way. I'm thankful because he gave me this. No, I'm thankful because he's there. And in knowing that he's there, I can reflect upon what he's already done, what's already been proven, rather than waiting for what's next to come, for which has already been promised. I'm worthy of what it is he wants me to have, including the difficulties and the lessons learned from mistakes that I've already made. I'm worthy of good things. I'm worthy of what it is I've been praying for, and I'm worthy of what it is that he's told me he wants me to have. And even though I'm sitting in this room without it, and I ain't seen it come to pass, the only way I don't get it is if I believe I'm not going to get it and then move away from the path that allows me to get it. Never lose sight of that. That's how it doesn't happen, is you first not believing, and then you taking a route that keeps you away from it. Otherwise, it's still coming. He ain't a liar, and he don't make no mistakes. So that's pretty much what I gotta say, man. It's been a great day of content. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. It's helped me some, if not a lot. And I just want to believe what I've already been shown and proven can be also applied to what's coming, for which I know he has already promised. So I'm gonna honor that. BDF 44. I thank you all for watching.